Kind of want to clear that up a little bit. Your first impression coming here might be a little like ours.
You're talking about taking this whole thing out. Wow, you even have like a mirror.
First part of October, it's beautiful up here.
It's like a rattlesnake.
Eyes on path.
You'll notice that blue dot where you're at, but we just don't want a big fifth wheel. Michelle's been talking a lot about just getting a van lately. Yeah, it is.
Which is away from Vegas.
We are not going to end up there. There's a pack of wolves up here.
We're so close.
Gosh,
there's a car.
It's so much easier. Hummingbirds just flying all over. Bye-bye. We're at AllTrails in Las Vegas. I'm gonna run up and get our mail here at the office this morning. Thought I would show you around just a little bit before we take off on a hike today. We've had a lot of people that we've ran across that have asked about AllTrails here in Las Vegas and have heard some stories. Kind of want to clear that up a little bit. We got our mail. As you can see, they've got the hot tub closed off because of COVID. On the other side of that fence is a pretty busy road. It's a little noisy. Everybody talks about how tight these spaces are here. Some of these are pretty tight, and some of them have a little more room, of course, but it's like about any campgrounds, it just depends on what site you're in. Sometimes it can get a little tight, especially if one person pulls over a little too far and it cramps you in from the next guy next to you. Your first impression coming here might be a little like ours, especially on this one side of the park. There's a fence up, a little barbed wire fence, and it kind of makes you feel like you're in a prison. But to be totally honest with you, we've never had not one problem while we've been here, and we've been here at least 4 times. There's your entrance. As you can see here, these are a little tight right through here. Barely had room for their awnings. Laundry facilities, they have these little shower houses, and each of them have like a couple washers and dryers in there. All the times that we've been here, we've not had any issues, and the staff has always been extremely nice and helpful. When you come to Vegas, you usually come to Vegas to enjoy the things in Vegas, not enjoy the campgrounds. It's kind of like when you come here to stay in a hotel to go to Vegas. Some people like to stay in a nice hotel, and some people try to get the cheapest hotel they can because they realize all they're going to do there is sleep. As you can see, there's some big rigs in here, big Class A's, which brings me to the point, kind of wonder what it's going to be like if we had an Airstream. Is it going to make it easier or harder, depending on what the length is of that Airstream? Which also brings up, we went to Airstream the other day. We need to really decide if we think we can live full time in something like this. Remember, there's the big closet in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So you got these are kind of extras.
You would do a twin. I mean a separate bed.
I like the twin because you have an outside storage with the twin on both sides, which is pretty good size, and a front storage up there as well. It gives you a lot more storage, and it makes the walkway, just makes it feel more open having that walkway like that.
I could do this wood. It's not that dark.
But I like the white much better.
Well, yeah, but...
And there's so many things we like about it, so many things we don't. And this is your only oven that you get. Have to use that Instapot more, I guess.
Yep. Is this your trash?
Yeah, that's trash. There's a little inset there.
We'd be taking the trash out even more than we do now.
No kidding. But as you can see, if I had a hole right here,
plenty of room.
I'd have plenty of, we both have plenty of space to work.
Yeah, you're talking about taking this whole thing out.
No, right? I'd rather have like this small section here in the middle.
It would have to be smaller.
No.
Yes.
It would not. Here's your length for your hole right there, okay? It comes to here. Okay, this length is the same length. So it would be centered and give the exact same hole space. And who knows, it might be made that way for that option. That doesn't go back all the way to the wall.
Right.
So you'd have to get that wood piece and cover the rest of the way of this wall. So yeah, you still should be able to do that.
I forgot that this was a big closet here.
Nice solid door.
Oh, and they like get brighter when you first turn them on. Oh, I like this, a little cord to hang your towel. Yeah, this is so big. Wow, you even have like a mirror.
The thing I don't like is those cannot be ran manual, so if one of those motors ever went bad, it will be stuck in the place that it's at. This is the button for the table to go down. And then you put your cushions on here for your bed. Alright, well let's move on. Did it help going to look at Airstream again? I don't think so. This campground is there's really nothing that besides the pool. The pool's pretty nice, but that's about all we ever want to do here.
Yeah.
We just use this campground to be in Vegas, be near all the attractions, but you can only get so much of the strip and people watching, so we're going to go on a hike today, and hopefully it'll be a fun one. You here today?
I am.
Are you tired?
I am tired. We were up late last night walking the strip.
You slept in today too.
I think that makes me even more groggy.
In 3/4 of a mile, take a slight right turn to merge onto US 95 North.
Okay.
I didn't have enough coffee.
We can get some more.
Not if we're going to go on a hike.
30 to 40 minutes up to Mount Charleston,
right.
And you got all these fall colors. I honestly forgot all about it.
Yeah, we're over 6,000 feet in elevation, and yeah, in first part of October, it's beautiful up here.
It really is.
And it's 71 degrees, and it was 91 when we left our RV. There's a sign right there. It says elevation 7,000.
Oh, so. Yep. This was a pleasant surprise. Did you even think about that?
I didn't think about the fall colors, no.
Up here, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. We are here.
You get all excited about coming up here, and it's so pretty, and then all of a sudden you get out and the bugs attack you. Forget all about the bugs.
I believe that's Cathedral Rock. We want to go this away.
That away? Lead the way.
You can start to see the colors, like the aspen. I think that's what the yellow ones are.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of ponderosa pine and I'm not sure, some other kind of pine. Lots of pine.
I don't know if you realize that this Mount Charleston is really close to the Vegas area. Less than an hour and you got all these pines. Summerlin, the west side of Vegas, about 30 minutes. From AllTrails, it's still less than an hour, and that's clear on the east side of Vegas.
closed because it is also prone to avalanche. A lot of these trees that are down was from an older avalanche.
How you liking your hiking shoes you got?
I'm liking them. They're very light and the traction is good. I like them.
Good.
How about yours? Because yours are
I do like them.
Yeah.
I wear them for everything.
Yeah. Don't forget to look up because there's always some beauty you might miss.
Yeah. And don't forget to look down because there might be some things that are not so beautiful.
Right.
Like a rattlesnake.
Eyes on path. Eyes on path.
Hey Siri, what's the temperature in Las Vegas?
It's about 90 degrees outside.
What's the temperature in Mount Charleston?
It's currently 66 degrees. It appears you're at 7,613 feet.
I started noticing that we're going down instead of up. Sometimes on these trails there's other shorter trails that go off of them that you can take. So I opened up AllTrails and looked at the map to see where we're at. You see that blue dot? Red line's where we're supposed to be. I think we missed a trail. This might be more of a 4-mile hike today.
Even better.
We gotta wear off all that pie, don't we?
Yeah.
Be careful. Some sharp rocks. About that AllTrails app, you might be thinking, you know, what if you don't have cell service? Will the map still work? Well, you can create an account and you can download the map before you get to your destination, before you get to your trail, and then you can use that map even if you don't have cell service, and it'll just use the satellite. You'll notice that blue dot where you're at will start floating away now and then. But it gives you an idea where you're at. If you start floating clear down here, you know you went way off your trail.
I love
The mountain.
mountains, hiking.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful.
I know a lot of you have been wondering about that RV thing and what we're going to do. And I know we've told you that we wish we knew too.
Yeah.
Because we really do. We're having a really hard time trying to decide. It's really hard to say. We might have to wait until Vinny's sold, and then just kind of like we first started out when we sold our house, it kind of forced us to get something.
I know, but I didn't really want to do that.
No, but we'll figure it out. We've got some ideas, but fifth wheel's still in mind, but we just don't want a big fifth wheel.
Any direction now would help. Let me give you a piece of advice, she said. Larger ain't bolder, and wiser ain't older. Just hold on to what you believe in. Under bridges and heavy rocks, we keep on dancing. Yes, we've traveled far, seen so many docks. But now I need to get some rest. Nevertheless,
With that fifth wheel thing we were talking about, Michelle's been talking a lot about just getting a van lately.
Oh, whatever.
All right, let's go.
larger ain't bolder, and wiser ain't older. Just hold on to what you believe in.
We've been up here to Mount Charleston so many times, but we've never
I know.
hiked any of these trails.
I was going to say, I think this is the 4th time we've been up here, and
At
but
least.
the first hike, because we've just
Yeah.
like driven areas, and we ate at the lodge down there a couple times, 2-3 times.
When you spend a lot of time in Vegas, you just want to get away and see something
Yeah.
different. It's It's not very far at all. It's awesome to come up here.
This is one of my favorite places in Vegas.
Yeah, it is.
Which is away from Vegas.
Actually, it is still considered a Las Vegas address. Did you notice that?
Oh.
Which is odd.
Yeah.
I think it's Mount Charleston.
Just hold on to what you believe in.
Are you okay back there?
Sure.
Just checking.
I think those people just went by real fast. They said they're hurrying because there's a pack of wolves up here. We should probably turn around. You never believe me.
We're so close. Reach out and touch it.
Just hold on to what you believe in. To what you believe in.
We are only halfway, Michelle says. Look at the trail. See, does it get quicker? It's like quicker. We're only halfway. There's no trolley.
Okay, I think
Well,
we determined this is as far as we're going. A little over halfway.
This trail will go on up and it kind of zigzags. And it ends up here,
Somewhere.
according to the map. We are not going to end up there. We're going to end up down there.
It's kind of a moderate, on the difficult side trail, just because of the steep and the rock and the altitude.
Steep there. What did you say?
In the altitude.
No. How steep of the rock?
Yeah, something, see, altitude.
It's very difficult because
It's
of the steep of the rock. You capiche. We're going to head back to the car and we'll see you down in the car. Ready? Mm-hmm. See if this works. 3, 2, 1. And here we are. Gosh,
There's the car.
It's so much easier coming down. Broke in those new shoes.
Yeah.
All right. I need to tinkle. So now we're at Mount Charleston Lodge. Parking is back here behind. The parking in the front side, it's kind of weird because here's the back side of the lodge. But the parking in the front is supposed to be for the cabins and the guests there, is what we understand.
I'm not sure all of it. There's more parking in the back in other words.
But all the sign, we keep seeing signs up here that says it's for the cabin guests. There is a 45-minute to an hour wait, so we're just going to go find somewhere else to eat. But of course they have some inside seating and outdoor seating. I believe there was a fireplace in the middle too. Yeah, you can see it. You can see the chimney coming up the top of the roof there.
But the view is outside.
Yeah, one of our first times here, we were standing right here taking a picture in front of the Mount Charleston sign. And there were hummingbirds just flying all over and these big pines right here. Really pretty.
Well,
shall we go?
Yeah.
Enjoy this drive down, go get some grub and call it a day.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.